Hello and welcome to this episode of Calin's Outdoor Adventures. Today we're going to show you how to tie the Royal Wulff. It's a great dry fly pattern to have around, so I'll show you how to tie it. So I've got a size 10 dry fly hook in the vise, and I'm going to put some 6/0 uni thread down in black. Lay down an even thread base to the tail. Trim my tag in. Stop at the bend of your hook. Then you're going to grab a golden pheasant cape feather. I've already trimmed mine. So cut off a little bunch of those feathers with the black tips. We're going to use that as our tail. Tie that in. Use one loose wrap. Make sure it's on top of the hook and your desired length, and then you can further secure it. And secure your tag ends. Then lay down an even thread base. Then we're going to tie in some peacock curl. So here I've got 2 strands. I'm going to do this very gently because they're fairly fragile. Tie this in. And now you're going to cover up any little fibers you can see of that peacock curl with thread. And you'll know why we're doing this in a little bit. Or as many of those as you can get. If there's a few left, it's okay, but we're going to secure our peacock curl. And we're going to wrap, on this size hook, about 1/8 inch up, 8, maybe a little less than a quarter, probably 3/16 up. We're going to begin to wrap our peacock curl up until we hit our thread. I'm going to tie it off. With the wraps on both sides of it, in front and behind it. Trim your excess, but don't throw these away. You're going to hold on to these. And you're going to secure all that and then get rid of all those fibers you can see. Then you're going to grab your whip finisher. Give it a quick whip finish. Only a couple turns. Seat the knot. Then you're going to cut off your black thread. Then you're going to grab some red thread. Here I'm using ultra thread in 140 denier. I'm going to attach that just in front of our peacock curl. Trim the excess. Then we're going to lay down an even thread base. Make a little red center hot spot. Try to make it even. And you're going to grab your whip finisher. Give this a whip finish. Seat the knot. And cut off your red thread. You can put UV resin or head cement over that if you want. I'm going to wait till I finish the fly to do that if I want to. Then you're going to reattach your black thread. Come up, since I went a little too far with the red, come a little bit up onto that. Trim your tag end. Don't need that anymore. Then you're going to grab your peacock curl again and tie those back in. And bring your thread forward. Going to begin wrapping those. You're going to stay quite a ways short of your hook eye. Just give it another little bunch and secure your peacock curl. Trim your excess. And then now you can throw those away. You're going to go back a little bit. I went a little too far. Then you're going to grab some white poly yarn or any high vis color if you want this to be a high vis fly. And then bring your thread forward a little bit. And then you're going to tie this in on top. Bring this up and do a little bit of a figure 8 around it. Prop it up a little bit. Almost like you're doing a parachute post. That's what I'm going to do. A little bit over it. Do a couple figure 8s around it. It's a bit of a finicky step. Your wings. I'm just going to trim a couple of those unruly fibers. Okay, now that you have your wings in your desired position, you're going to, well, mine aren't quite where I want them yet, so I'm going to continue till I get them where I want them. Should be about right. Then you're going to wrap back to your peacock curl and grab some grizzly saddle hackle and strip a little bit of the end for a tie-in point and tie that in. And I'm going to bring my thread to the head of my fly. You're going to wrap in between the wings. Prop them up a little more. And you're going to wrap the front of your fly. Brush the fibers back a little. Okay, now I've reached my thread. One final wrap. Bring my thread around. Brush those fibers back so I don't catch any. And do a few wraps over the top. And release my hackle pliers. And then brush them back once more. So you kind of got to be all fingers. Brush the fibers back. Get where I want. Form a little bit of a head for our fly. I'm going to trim the excess hackle if I can get to it. Down there in the hook point. Bring that down to it and trim it. Try not to get too many of the hackle fibers when you do that. Then you're going to get your wings to just longer than the hackle fibers. You're going to trim it. You have your wings. Extra fiber there. And I'm gonna grab my whip finisher. To do it, stick it there and bring it over. Select a little whip finish. Try not to catch any hackle fibers. If you wiggle your whip finisher, just kind of shake it back and forth. You can avoid that. And seat your knot. Snip your thread free. There you have the Royal Wulff. If you'd like to buy this fly, you can go to my store at calinscustomtackle.com. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe.